Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of How Much Did They Make? The game show just for game developers, brought to you by GameDev London. Today, for our first show, we have two contestants for you, two fabulous contestants, and that is contestant number one, the man who changes his haircut more often than he changes his clothes, the co-founder of GameDev London himself, Stu DeVille.
That's me. Hello.
Welcome to the show, Stu. It's lovely to have you.
Great to be here.
Loving the moustache. And as contestant number two, we have the lady with the moves, captivating mocap tech, and other host of Game Dev London, Zoe Safari. Sorry, how do you pronounce your surname, Zoe?
Suvari.
Welcome to the show, guys. So, seeing as this is the first show, I'm going to go into quite detail about what we're doing here. This show, I will have picked out some Prime special Steam games for you that you probably have never actually encountered or heard of. Now, I'm going to be asking you to tell me how much you think the game developers made on Steam for this releasing title. Now, I don't actually know how much they made. The formula that I'm using in order to do it is we are taking the number of reviews they have, timesing that by 50, timesing that by the price of the game, and then removing the 30% Steam cut. The accuracy may be off, but for the sake of this game, it'll do. And there is one more surprise rule for this one too. One of these games has made more money than all of the other games combined. Now, before you give your price, if you can flag this game as the super winner, then you get an extra 2 points to add to your score, and that might make the whole difference. Okay, so I will be giving you a certain amount of data about each of the games, and then I will leave you to discuss this between yourselves for a short period of time, and then you will alternatingly give me your how much you think the game's made. The person who is the closest will win the point for that round. Okay, does that make sense to everybody?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.
Nope.
Fantastic. It's almost like we discussed this before. Seeing as it's the time of year, all of I have chosen the most spooky and Halloween-based games that I could find for your enjoyment. So, to start with, I'm going to ask you, how much did The Summoning make? So, The Summoning. Now, this is a bit of a special game because this experience so this is the description, the straight up description on their Steam page. So This is no elaboration. This experience can be classified as a psychological and atmospheric horror game. However, this isn't a game. It looks like a game, but it's as real as it gets. Remember all the urban legends from your childhood? Bloody Mary, Candyman, even the modern day Slender Man? Imagine if it was all real, but you just weren't performing the right rituals to summon the beings from another realm. What childhood nightmares were all real? We just weren't ready to bring them into our world. Well, for those who are willing, brave, or foolish enough, the summoning presents the possibility for you to do just that. The experience is not for the faint-hearted. You may bring a friend if you wish, or dare a friend to do this experience, but be warned. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It must be done properly and the instructions followed precisely to work. But it does in fact work. Good luck to all of you who are brave enough to endure this nightmare.
Wow.
And I'm just
Spooky.
going to leave you with that. So,
Do you have footage of the game?
I'm not giving you any more information than the
that's
information
it?
I've cherry picked for you.
Oh wow.
So it's
Okay.
yeah, but I will give you one more piece of information because this is a game which involves you're instructed throughout the game to speak all of the parts aloud, and you have to have a pen and paper in order to play this computer game.
Oh wow. Okay.
Interesting.
So, first of all, from that description, what do you think this game is?
It kind of made me think of, I mean, I know it's all like urban legends and stuff, but did you ever play that browser game, Hotel 626?
No.
Yeah, so it was like, it was only available after it was dark in your region, and you had to like navigate through a hotel, and there was like creepy babies and everything, and I never got very far with it, but it was a similar kind of thing of like, there's little puzzles to every room, and just like the scary, but like trying very hard to be scary kind of feel to it. I'm also a little concerned about anytime somebody has to tell you that their game definitely works. It does make me wonder.
Yeah,
Well,
this is actually quite tough. I don't know how to imagine how well a game like that might have done. It sounds like the kind of game that could do quite well, just based on the fact that they're pulling the strings of like all of the references, for example, are things that I recognize, and has that, for me, because I'm old, has that nostalgic feel. I
mean, I think having the mix of pen and paper and voice stuff to it as well, you know, it's clearly got a lot going on. It seems like you have to actually like engage pretty fully in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess like start by thinking how much would you pay for that?
How much would I pay for that? If I relate it to things that I will happily pay for, like especially around Halloween, like you know, you get those things where you can physical events where you can walk through them, and they have like projectors and weird actors jumping out at you to give you spooks and stuff. It feels like it would be similar to that kind of thing. So that's the kind of experience that I probably would pay for. But I would probably only pay this computer game maybe £20.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like the need to speak things aloud instantly is a little bit of a I'm not sure about that, but like it's like you say, it's like a spooky house or haunted house or something. I'd pay £10 or £15 for that.
Especially like, because it sounds like the kind of thing you'd play with friends. And when I think about things that I would play with friends, like I would happily buy board games that are like £15 to £20 just so that I can play with my friends. So yeah, but what that equates to in terms of ultimate sales. So if we, what was it? I've forgotten there are some numbers for like the average of what a good game can make on Steam, and I think it was something like I'm either not adding enough zeros or adding too many. I think it was 20,000 is like at the time when I found this nugget. yeah, £20,000 is like an average good game on
Right.
Steam. So
Okay, so Stu,
mm,
you're first up.
oh god,
What's your prediction, money-wise?
I'm gonna highball it. I'm gonna say that it maybe made 35 grand.
On Steam. Okay, Zoe, what do you think?
I'm gonna be a little harsher and say somewhere around 20,000.
20,000.
Going for the average.
Well, yeah. I mean,
It certainly,
Okay, so
it didn't have anything that jumped out that would make me think, oh, this is definitely a hit. So
yeah.
right, well, let me reveal then. The answer is The Summoning made an estimated earning of £1,271.
wow,
We're both eyeballing it then.
Yeah. It's
So
a Halloween
that's
classic.
It's a point to you, Zoe.
It sounds like then it's gonna be one of those games that after this airs suddenly makes a bit more money for Halloween.
Well, the game itself is only priced £1.69p.
Oh, okay.
$2.
Okay.
So it's not a.
So they lowballed themselves.
Yeah. And it's actually got a lot of good reviews to it. I mean, it looks like it's made in like RPG Maker or something, but I mean, I like the concept. I like the viralness of like tell your friends, challenge your friends. Sort of, I think it's quite a clever idea, really.
I think the like it kind of plays into the nostalgia of like sleepovers and telling spooky stories when you're a kid as well, like with all the urban legend stuff.
Yeah,
That's pretty
local
cool.
co-op stuff though tends to do awfully, so it's always a bit of a dangerous one.
Mm.
Okay, so Zoe is in the lead with whole 1 point. Right, so next up we have. So Zoe, you are up first. The next game is Fat Dude Simulator. Here is the
Amazing.
description. Based on a true story, Fat Dude Simulator is a third-person indie horror. The main character is a guy called Jack. He really likes eating a lot and is constantly eating something. This time he came to a forest to spend a couple of days far away from the city, out in the open air, where there is no people or noise, and what's more importantly, no fridge. However, it turns out that a frightful creature lives in the forest, and it starts hunting the main character. Now Jack has to rebuff the monster in order to survive. It's a thrilling
Did
story.
in their description, did they actually say the main character?
Yes. I read that out. I'm not great at reading, but here, I've got it in front of me. And it starts with based on a true story.
Okay.
I want to hear the story that goes with this.
Yeah.
The story it was based on.
The main character, Jack.
I like the way.
It seems so disconnected from Fat Man Simulator. To Hungry Jack goes into the forest for a few days.
That's their hook. And they do. I mean, otherwise it's just another Slender Man or something.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that sounds great. That sounds absolutely hilarious. I have no idea where to start with that.
The production values don't look too bad, to be honest. So it's
okay. Well, yeah. I mean, like, definitely learned learned that we were highballing it a little bit in the last round.
So is this a game you would play?
I'd play that, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, that's a good sign. How about you, Stu? Would you?
I'll be surprised if there's a game in here that I won't play.
That's also a good point.
Yeah, the second this is over, downloading all of these games, they're going to get a tiny bump in sales.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I definitely play it.
I mean, it's got a hook. It's got a hook. I mean, who doesn't love fat guys?
Wandering in the woods without a fridge.
Yes.
So
It sounds like the fridge is really vital to this game.
I know, it's such a precise detail that
maybe that's the horrific creature hunting him through the woods.
the fridge is
His
coming.
fridge is angry at the abuse it's had over the years.
How
It's
dare
like
you
that-
leave me?
It's like that old phone prank when people used to call up strangers and ask if their fridge was running when they said, "Oh, yes, I think so." You go, well, you better go catch it. I think that's the angle they're going for.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Sounds about right.
60-year-old men is their target market.
So like that's
Fat men.
so random.
Fat and proud men.
Did they break even? That's
I can only guess at these things because I don't know
Yeah.
how much they actually cost to make.
Maybe we could do some outreach afterwards and see if we can find out.
Yeah. I would imagine that this made slightly more than the last one.
Yeah, sounds like they're braver.
A little more out there with the concept. Well, what's my guess? All right, I'm gonna bid £5,000.
Okay, with £5,000.
I think I'm sticking with my highballing, but I'm not going that much further. I'd probably say 8,000.
8,000.
Now we've both lowballed it.
Now we get a feeling for where we might or should be. Yeah.
Okay, so Fat Dude Simulator. Estimated sales of £2,622. So another point to Zoe.
Rocking it. So I think we're learning a lot here, though, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Stark reality of Steam.
You weren't kidding when you said it was going to crush some dreams.
Yeah, I should have taken that as a note actually early on.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this one, I am going to play you the audio for the trailer. I will probably stop it somewhere through, but then I'll read you a little bit of information about it if I don't think that the trailer gives you enough. Okay, so are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so to start off with, this game is called Devil's Dare.
Spooky.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you this breaking report. Zombies are attacking the city. All citizens are called to make a stand against the undead menace.
Don't be such a dweeb. You can fight against zombies right here on your personal home computer.
Introducing Devil's Dare, an exciting new game for your personal home computer. And it's not just another zombie beat 'em up. Whoa!
Quick, behind you!
Radical! Axel, wield the courage of a legendary hero and vanquish your foes with the Master's Sword. technology to become magic technology.
Okay, I'm fading it out now.
Wow.
So, did you hear that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you a quick description of that. It's actually a really good trailer, but the thing that you have to know about the trailer is it's acted out by what looks like it's very, very what 90s? It's very, very 90s.
It
It kind of
sounded-
like, yeah, it sounded a little bit like Awesome Show as well.
Yeah, it reminded me of sort of Kung Fury, sort of. Okay, so I'll give you the description just in case. So, Devil's Dare is a 2D zombie beat 'em up, supporting up to 4 players to co-op and fight together locally. Being the spiritual successor to Bitejacker, Devil's Dare carries the same themes of parody, pitting classical game heroes against monsters straight out of the 90s horror movies. So, okay, so a very different game now.
That sounds dope.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd definitely play that.
I'm saying I'm gonna go right out there straight away, right? With everything that we've heard so far, I'm gonna say that this is maybe the higher baller, the one that actually.
You beat me
Right.
to it.
You can both go for the high baller if you want.
I think this is probably the one that made the most money.
Yeah, I'd call this as
Okay.
the super winner.
You're both going for the high baller. Okay. Oh, right, so there's a lot on this. Actually, nothing at all, because you're both getting it right. So it does not matter.
It's possible that this is totally early doors as well.
All you're
Yeah.
effectively doing is lowering the stakes for the rest of the game.
Is this it? No. Okay, maybe the next one. Oh man, it sounds so much like the commercials that were on when I was a kid, like on Cartoon
Right.
Network or something.
Yeah.
So, how well do you think 2D zombie beat 'em ups would sell?
Especially, again, you can play with friends. That's always quite a good angle.
It definitely sounds like they've leaned into the retro feel too, which I think is still pretty. That's a fairly not safe but like stable sort of aesthetic to go for. I
Yeah.
suppose.
It's good for indie developers as well, because
Yeah.
if you try and make the next Skyrim, then you're going to always come out a little wanting. I think you
Especially if
guys
that's part of your pitch.
I think you guys have more friends than me. I would see a co-op as a negative.
Well, I might not have more friends, but they're all gamers. So it's fairly easy.
Right. Okay. So this is Stu. It's your first. It's your first.
I should have been paying attention. Yeah. So after statement of this being the one that made the most money, and I have to base that on previous money makings. I kind of want to go high, but I'm imagining with it being retro, that it's probably been made by people of a certain age. And people of a certain age tend to be not so like, this is going to be the next big thing. This should be like £50 a game. They probably were a bit more sensible about it, maybe. So they might have priced it not too low and not too high. So maybe this is like a $5,000. That would be my guess.
So you're going for $5,000.
So you're not calling it as the super winner?
So your high baller is $5,000.
Yeah, because the other two I've got this right? The last one was like 2 and a bit,
Yeah.
and the first one was 1 and a bit.
So the first one was 1 and a bit, second one was 2 and a bit. And I said that the highballer made more than all of the other games combined.
Oh, that's correct. I should have taken that into account. Okay. Okay, that changes my number quite a bit. So then, yeah, this
does it change your choice to use the highballer?
What have you done to me?
Do we only have one chance to call the highballer?
Yep, you only have one chance.
I should have thought of that as well.
Resource management.
I haven't set it in stone yet. You can choose not to do it when your bid is done at the end. So I'll let you guys.
Oh man. So I still feel like it's probably going to be higher than the last 2. Do I think it's going to be one that's the best overall? Is that not something we could do at the end after having heard all of them?
It takes away from the whole challenge.
Yeah, no.
After I told you they had all the money for all of them.
So I think that I will probably retract my highball card. But I still think that I think it probably made like $5,000.
Okay,
that would be my guess.
Zoe.
I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna call it as the highballer. I'm gonna risk the biscuits.
So what amount are you putting on it then?
16,000.
Ooh.
16,000.
Pull that number out of the thin air.
Okay. So Stu, you're not using your highballer, and Zoe, you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Devil's Dare has an estimated sales of 11,637 pence.
Oh man, I could be in big trouble.
And it is not the highballer.
Oh.
No. Oh.
So, Stu, good call that. You've got your first point.
Yay!
So you're still in the lead with 2 points, and Stu has. Okay, so right.
I might need
Did
that.
I mention that I am highly competitive?
I'm quite highly competitive. I don't tend to let people know until after I've won.
Yeah. You know, I've gotten better over the years.
Okay, so next up is elevator ritual. This is the actual description.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh no.
Yup, it's here. The new horror RPG game has arrived. Talk about Nasilla, a maid who deals with unusual things after she does a strange ritual. Can she find out what happened to get all of those bizarreness? This is a top-down puzzle RPG game. You play as one very inappropriately dressed hotel maid who has to do everything from basic chores to fighting the spawn of Satan.
Deep breaths.
Okay.
So is this the kind of game you guys would play?
No.
Oh my god. I have to retract my original statement and say I don't think I would play this game. I didn't think there was going to be a game that I wouldn't play. Turns out there is.
Does the yup not?
To be honest, you had me at yup, and then everything that came after is where I got lost.
Get all this bizarreness. Yeah, I don't even know where to start.
Well,
I would imagine it's not the highballer.
I hope not.
I really hope not.
It's got good hooks. It's got mystery. It's got weird outfits. It's got.
Doesn't sound like it's got mystery. Sounds like it's got everything I expect it would have.
Menial tasks. Oh boy. So she did the ritual in the elevator?
That's
I
a good
don't even
question.
understand.
I'll give some more. No, she got a job. She got a job working as a maid in a hotel with no doors, which is probably the first thing that should have been made her suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, she should be paying a little more attention, I think.
And then when they
Where's
gave
everyone
her
staying?
her
How are they getting in?
outfit, and once
Then they gave her an outfit.
yeah, which is
Right.
not appropriate for maids, not at all.
Okay.
It's sort of like a sort of pink
I can imagine.
schoolgirl uniform. Okay, I won't go into detail. Then she found some details of a ritual, a satanic ritual, so she decides to do it, and then some satanic stuff happens. I mean, I don't. It's again, these are the features. It's highly detailed graphics and music with a tense, dark atmosphere, an exciting story, unique puzzles ready to be solved.
You say it was 2D top down.
2D top down.
Right.
Hide in a closet. 2 to 3 hours game playing.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't love a puzzle game. But I don't know. I'd have no idea. Like, I think she's making some poor choices about her career. That's so distracting for me. I can't even.
I think she is just nothing but pure bad choices. It's sort of like, I don't know what choices she made before having to take this job, but they weren't good. So it's a necessity to make it a necessity. And then when she gets here, deciding to do the satanic ritual was a poor choice. I don't think things get better for her. So,
I would imagine not.
yeah. Yep.
Demon destroying.
Come on, Zoe, you're up first.
I mean, and you say it's 2 to 3 hours of gameplay.
That
sounds like a lot.
Features.
Okay. So I'm more going to go by what I hope it made and really lowball it. I will say £950.
Okay, 950. Okay.
I have a feeling that this game was made for a super niche audience.
Yeah.
It was probably one of those games where the developers were like, this is the kind of game I know I would play, and therefore this audience exists. So
this is what the people want.
Yeah, this is definitely what the people want.
I asked my creepy uncle.
How can people not want what me and my creepy uncle want? I'm going to super lowball it. Okay. I'm going to say that it made £500.
£500. Okay. So, Elevator Ritual. I'm not even sure I told you the name before. Elevator Ritual made £1,191.
God damn it.
Another point to Zoe.
Yay!
She was just generous enough.
You don't underestimate the creepy uncles.
Yeah, there's a few more out there, aren't there?
Everyone wants to get in on the bizarreness.
The game is only £4.79.
That's expensive as far as I'm concerned. See how it would have made that money.
It's got mixed reviews.
Really?
It's an RPG making game, so it's a bit. I think if anyone, if this is it actually probably made a profit if you don't include the time they took to do. It's
3 weeks
not
in
bad
development.
first game. Yeah.
Being too mean, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do wonder whether we're going to get a couple of complaints.
A few angry emails.
Yeah. Screw you guys.
It's all advertising. We'll
Yeah,
put
this
links
is
to-
free advertising. You
Exactly.
can't complain.
Right. Okay. So the next one is another video. Next up. So that was Zoe first, and now it's Stu. You're the first one, or have I lost track?
No, it was I guessed first last time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Stu, you're first up on this one.
Okay.
It's another audio for a trailer. Okay, and this game is called Motte Island. Okay.
Welcome to the world of wonders, the island of serene landscape and natural beauty, known as Motte Island. In this island, you will find ordinary people live their simple life. With its beautiful green grass and bright flowers, you will love this place. This is a place like no other. Immerse yourself in the view of extraordinary habitat. You'll encounter various animals, the beautiful butterflies or the majestic moths, and the occasional sighting of a bear. But fear not, you are totally safe here. There is nothing better than watching and experiencing it firsthand. The natural beauty of this reclusive land. Explore Motte Island's finest underground, awe-inspiring caves, with its endless twists and turns. Rejuvenate your body and soul with the trip of your life and the promise of exciting adventures are waiting for you.
Okay. So
And this is a spooky game? Voiced by Morgan Freeman?
Yes. I think they blew their budget on Morgan Freeman.
Sounds kind of interesting, but it also reminds me of like ads for over 50s holidays.
Well, given its credit, I'll give you the description. This is a 2D top-down horror game.
Of course.
It has numerous features including various puzzles, mini games contained within it. It is exciting as exploring an actual paradise island. Yeah, okay, so that description doesn't really do it justice, but it is a horror game, and the reason the audio is quite interesting is the visuals are quite juxtaposed to them.
Right.
So it's
Yeah, it
actually,
sounded like a sort of nature cruise.
yeah, and it works pretty well. I was quite impressed by that. This is yeah. So that's all the information you're getting. It's a 2D top-down horror game called Motte Island.
Motte Island. So 2D top-down horror. Was this on puzzle as well, or is it?
Yeah, it says it's got various puzzles and mini games.
It's a lot of top-down horror puzzle games, huh?
Yeah. I think the fact that it has a trailer, the
Means that they
lower
had-
ones, they had some budget to spend on it.
Yeah. Which might mean that they
Yeah.
didn't.
Morgan Freeman will do anything.
So it seems, yeah. And if it's, I mean, I was about to say if it's not Morgan Freeman, I feel fairly safe to say it's not Morgan Freeman. But who out there is like, if you wanted the voice of Morgan Freeman, I'm your man.
I could do that.
I could do that.
Search Fiverr. I'm sure you can find someone.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman voiceovers. This almost feels tougher than the other ones.
Yeah.
I don't have any particular feelings either way. It feels
going by your sort of clue that it's quite juxtaposed from the way that it sounds.
It is a horror game.
in the visuals. That's it's fairly creative. It's a pretty cute idea. So there's some thought, clearly.
Yeah. They thought that we could have this one thing and ironically display another. Okay. Top-down puzzler. I'm going to imagine that it probably still didn't make that much money. I'm going to put this one at around about 1,200.
Okay, so we have 1,200. Zoe?
I'll go with 7,000.
I'm gonna go with 7,000.
Sure, why not?
Why not? I have no idea.
Okay, so Motte Island, estimated sales, £6,753
Damn
it.
64 pence.
Oh, dang.
So that is another point to
Someone
Zoe.
is very good at this game.
I have fantastic luck, apparently.
Yeah, someone is very good at this game, and it's not me.
So that is
Excellent.
4 to Zoe and to Stuart. Right, but we still have a few, so we can make it up. Okay, right. So you ready for the next one?
Sure.
So this is Gynophobia. Gynophobia is a horror-themed shooter about the abnormal fear of women. Gynophobia is using classical first-person shooter gameplay to convey story about Mark, who is suffering from different phobias, including the fear of women. Key features: unique premise, old-school action, low system requirements, gamepad supported for 50 controllers. Okay, and before you go forward, I'm going to read you one of the reviews because I think it gives you a bit more of an insight into the game. Gynophobia lacks so much that I'm not quite sure that it could even qualify it as a game. There's no variety, no continuity, no explanations, and not much of a game to play. I'm sure the developer had every intention to make a game as symbolic and deep as he could, but failed to realize what his game was short on. Everything.
Okay. So this is the highballer, right?
Sincerely hope not. I mean, from the sound of the review and the description combined, it has me concerned that this is just a sort of low effort FPS where you just run around shooting women, which I'm really not on board with.
we agree on that, yeah.
Yeah, so wow, I gotta digest that for a minute. £50.
So we're going in at £50.
Here's your chance for a point.
Yeah, right.
Going in at £51.
They were probably quite confident, though, weren't they? Let's see. I'm gonna throw it to. Oh, God, it's one of those ones where, I hope I'm right, but I hope I'm wrong. Let's say 700.
Okay, 700.
Because maybe they got sales out of curiosity.
Yeah.
And neither of you are highballing this.
No.
Oh God, no.
Not those ones. Okay, so let's have a look. Gynophobia. Estimated sales £46,798.77.
That's
This
it.
is a high baller.
I quit game dev.
I'm done. I'm done.
Man.
Given excuses, I don't think it doesn't seem to be, well, I don't know, you could check it out and see for yourself. The reviews are more about how rubbish the game is. It's trying to be sort of, I mean, what has it got? It's got mixed 515 reviews. Now, this might be skewed because this might just be something that everyone wants to write a review on. so the scores have been dragged up. But yeah.
How much does it cost?
It costs £1.69p.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And the production values don't look awful.
Right.
Okay. Well, we're not going to end on that note.
I think what we underestimated is how much people love first-person shooters.
Yeah. I think it's also kind of like
that's what makes this unique.
one of those situations like The Room. It's so bad, everyone wants to play it.
Especially when it has such a bad review, you'd be like,
yeah,
can't be that bad. And then you play it and you're like, oh no,
yeah.
okay, fairly close. But you've already paid and played it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Quite a few refunds as well. So I'm not sure how accurate my
So how much of that did they keep?
Yeah.
But there are ones on this that, based on the review, because there are a couple in here. I'll talk about them at the end because we've only got one more to go.
Okay. Can't believe I missed my chance to throw in the highball.
At least we both missed it.
I'm actually kind of glad I did.
Right. Okay. So for our final, so who got so that's Stu. You got a point. Well done.
Holy Moses.
So the present score is 4 to Zoe and 2 to Stu. Okay. Now for our final one. The game. Scary Maze. Scary Maze is an exciting horror action hybrid where you run through a maze killing zombies, ready to eat you as soon as they can. Your only way to fight back is your trusty slingshot. This game will keep you on the edge of your seat looking for the next zombie. Now, I will read you another review to go along with this to sort of help you guys, to give you a little bit more information. Okay. Well, the game plops you down with no ceremony in a cave with no entrance or exits. You can count the number of textures on one hand. Despite this, there is still a lot of texture Z-fighting. The lighting does not affect any character models, just the walls. There's 2 enemy types. Often the enemies are placed inside the floor. There is no hard elements. Damage can never be healed. Instead, you can only take a hit. Whenever you take a hit, everything is permanently tinted red. Not that this matters, because after 5 hits or so, you are sent to the start of the maze again, with none of the enemies respawned. You can actually see a little better after taking a hit because of the terrible lightning. This game has no end. So
this would have been my gamble for the high baller.
It's infinite gameplay. It's got with no end. It's got
no end in sight.
Dozens of hours of fun.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you see better when you are literally staring through a blood haze. It's got to be a selling point, right?
Yeah. I like the name though. I think a lot of thoughts went into the name. It's
I've already forgotten what was the name.
Scary Maze.
Scary Maze, right?
Very menacing.
It's so descriptive that I just forgot it was the title of the game.
It's got me wishing that it was actually about like zombie corn or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And they were chasing you through the maze. That would be amazing, and I would play that.
Right
Oh,
then. So Zoe, your first up.
Oh boy. Well, 500 pounds.
You know you've won. You're just.
I'm just coasting now.
Could be anything. I reckon that they should have been more honest about their game. That's the thing. Like, if I'd have made this
They
game,
should have just called it Maze.
probably. If I'd have made this game, I would have just been like 100% honest about what I had just made,
Yeah.
and then let people go, do you know what? It's
All right.
exactly what it said it is. So yeah, no refund. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna say 1,000, and I feel like I'm being generous.
Okay. So
I'm actually curious to know what it made.
Right.
Scary Maze. Estimated sales of £953.46. Stu, that point
Huzzah.
goes to you. Well done. Well done. This needs a. I think we need a quick fire round for the end. So there's something to.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Right. I'm going to pull up my
Spice it
notes
up.
quickly, and then I'm going to. You're not going to get to discuss these. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to give you super quick ones. Oh God. One sec. Super quick ones, and then we're done. So. Right. So. And each one of these is worth a point. Wait a second, I'm just going to load up the ones. Right, so where did we get to? So, right. So I've put 2 minutes on the clock, and it's whoever can get the most points. So
Are we going just by the name of them then?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to give you like a sentence. I'm going to give you a
Okay.
name and a sentence. So, okay.
And then we fire off the prices.
Yes. So the
Okay.
first person up is you, Stu, and then I'm going to do 4. So it's going to go Stu, Zoe, Stu, Zoe. Stu.
Okay.
Right, so you do it 2 times in a row when you do it. Okay. So the first one is Tentacult. Tentacult is a chaotic swarm-controlled game set in Pleasantville, where you play Tentacutes trying to make friends with the community. Stu.
$2,000.
2,000. Zoe.
4.
4,000. Okay, so that's Tentacutes. The amount was 3,096, so right in the middle, a point to Zoe. Okay, so next up we have Emily Wants to Play Too. They didn't believe the pizza guy, they kept the doll. Zoe, you're up first.
5,000.
Stu?
3,000.
3,000. Another point to Zoe.
God damn it.
13,268.
Oh, dang.
Oh, wow.
And okay, and we have 2 more.
I'm really not good at this.
Okay. Right, so this one I have to look up quickly. Oh, terrible. So, Counterattack of Sacrifice. Hello everyone, this is a horror game made using Unity 3D engine assets, Turbo Squid materials and Mixamo characters. Stu.
God, that's so honest.
You wanted honest.
Yeah, that's like brutally honest. 1,005.
Zoe,
3,500.
you said Stu said 1,005.
Mhm.
It came up as £1,032. So point to
Nice.
Stu. And our final one, okay, is let's go with sorry, I was not prepared for a speed round. Oh, no, we'll go with this one. Let's. Oh, we needed a crescendo at the end of the Caffeine. Caffeine is a quirky first-person adventure game with environmental puzzles and a dab of psychological horror. And Zoe, I think you're up first.
7,000.
7,000. Stu?
6,000.
6,000. Stu gets it. It's £3,500.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was going to go half. I was going to say. I thought there's no way of knowing if it's that low. It's got to be lower than 7,000 though.
Okay, so at the end of this show, in second place, we have Stu with 3 points.
Shock horror.
And in first place, we have Zoe with a triumphant 7. Yay! Well done.
It's all pure luck. That was fun though.
I'll wait for the next one.
Yeah, no, this would be so fun to like build a little set for and do in person too once lockdown is over. Just give everyone a whiteboard.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Maybe Samson will let us do that. So it's really interesting going through these, and I know the number is probably off quite a bit, because if you look at these games, which I recommend everyone goes checks them out, they are some of them look really good, like Fat Dude Simulator. That could be a great game. Well, I mean, Devil's Dare, I swear they made more than 11,000. Is if you look at the production values are really good. So I know that it's off, but it's a good indication. Right. In that case, I think we will sign off at that point and leave it there.
All right. Well.
Bye, everyone. Come back next month.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our special game show episode this week. Why not come and check us out at GameDev.London or join our Discord channel. Thank you very much.
Bye.
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 Nice.